Harley breaks rules constantly in the book, and that's what we try to do every issue.
Even if she makes up her own rules, she'll break her own rules.
She'll break her own rules. Yeah. So she's I'll say she's one of the more unpredictable characters in the DCU.
I am here with the first couple of comics, Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. Hey guys.
We're the first couple?
How are you?
I don't think we're the first one.
Don't mess it up. That was a really good intro.
All right, the first couple today. Okay.
The first couple that you've seen today. Yes.
So, Harley Quinn turning 25. She's all grown up.
Yes.
What makes Harley such a special character to work on?
Because she's allowed to be human. You know, she's just allowed to have fun and make mistakes and screw up. And whereas you have a lot of, you know, iconic characters and they always have to be perfect, she can be imperfect. And that makes her really fun.
Yeah, she's also a wish fulfillment character.
Yeah.
So anything bothers her, she actually reacts to it. Where the other superheroes, again, even the heroes and villains, they have their little rules. Harley breaks rules constantly in the book, and that's what we try to do every issue.
Even if she makes up her own rules, she'll break her own rules.
She'll break her own rules.
Yeah.
So she's I'll say she's one of the more unpredictable characters in the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
But with Harley, you do get a lot of flexibility. I mean, she started off as a psychopathic killer.
Right.
And she's kind of morphed into this very different type of character.
Yeah.
Well, she's always been a psycho killer, but she's a psycho killer with a heart of gold. Well, you know, she's always been in love with love. But yeah, she's a killer. She's a murdering maniac.
With any character that becomes iconic, there's 100 different versions of them. Harley's one of those characters that is able to, well, she's one of the few characters in comics that can actually change her costume every issue. No other character can do that. As long as she keeps the elements of the diamonds and, you know, even her hair color changes, so we won't even say her hair color, but she's one of the few characters that changes the costumes, and I think in a lot of ways that makes her extremely unique in comics because you can't really do that without a major press release for a character, as you know. If Batman changes costume, it usually means there's a big thing coming, you know. With Harley, if she's in the mood if she's gonna go and take out some bad guys in a bowling alley, she'll have an outfit that reflects bowling.
That's my own frustration. Like, I wish I could like be a superhero and change my costume all the time. So I put that on the characters that I work on.
And then the cosplayers inspire us with their costumes. They come out with some stuff and we're like, oh, we're going to steal that.
Have you guys really done that? Seen like a Harley cosplayer and said, oh, let's put that in the book?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, they get no credit. They get nothing except.
So you're not going to mention any specifics, so you don't get an email.
No, we kind of hug them and tell them that's great, and we tell them we're going to steal it.
Yeah,
we always tell them we're going to steal that idea, and they're like,
yeah. We've actually had cosplayers come up to us and they're like, can you put Harley in more skirts because I look really good in skirts and I'd like to do a Harley-based skirt costume. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Do you remember a moment when you realized, oh wow, Harley Quinn is like really blowing up here? She's become something much bigger than we expected.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I think it was probably the beginning of last summer. Like, I knew she was big, but I didn't realize how, like, crazy big it was getting. And I think it was the beginning of last year, you know, because the movie was starting to, like, you know, hype for the movie was really starting to snowball, and the comics were just doing really, really well. And that's when, I mean, when
Boston Comic Con. We were at Boston Comic Con, and we came in to do us, you know, we have a table, and people come up to the table and get their books signed. And we came in, and there was like, you know, 10 people online, and I said, oh, this is not bad, you know? And he goes, no, that's not your line. So your line is there, and then it goes outside. And I'm like, you're kidding. And I was like, what's going on, you know? And it was the movie hype and all that kind of stuff, and the new #1 coming out with Rebirth. So I think it was that, and just people who are not into comics. Harley Quinn would come up, you know, they would mention Harley Quinn, and that's like an odd thing, you know, to hear anybody that's not into comics talk about comics. So that was the other thing. And plus, I think not last year, but the year before last, Harley Quinn was the #1 costume in America for Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's when I was like, whoa, like that's kind of crazy. That was before the movie was out.
Harley Quinn is popular because?
People wish that they could do the stuff that she does when they get slighted.
I think she's one of the few characters that can look like anything she wants to at any time and still be who she is. And I think people like that.